you check the children? Show a little mad sometimes.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Sometimes. That is what
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Well, hello there, Fright fans. Jaime and Fuego here, and so very stoked to be returning for a patron request here on the Horror Show. That is Reezy. And yeah, this was a January poll. Yes, I'm going to get to the December poll as well. But yeah, guys, we are talking about Blood Relatives, which was a film that was both like starred in and directed by Noah. Yep, I'm doing one of those things. I gotta double check on his name. So yes, Noah Segan. So I believe he was both like directing and part of the writing process. But this is about a guy who was like 120 years old, almost vampire. All right, and he reconnects with his daughter after a little bit of a dalliance. I don't know. I can never remember the proper pronunciation, tomato of said situations. But yeah, so he hooked up with a human woman and made a child. Yeah, that's kind of how those things work if you're not using any sort of proper protection. And yeah, it's very funny because his daughter finds him, like tracks him down. And so for that particular reason, we have a movie, which is Blood Relatives. And so a very low budget film, no doubt. And that is definitely one of his detriments, I think, is that, you know, as opposed to like really having like big grand ideas, which I think you can, you know, understand and you can appreciate, this one really stays in its lane. And it's very much like just the situation between the maker and the, you know, little lady who is going through personal problems of that angsty variety. Yeah, we're talking about puberty, I don't know, adolescence, like how else do you properly pronounce that sort of shizzle? But yet it's really shining as a film when the two of them are together. Because the rest of the time, unfortunately, is we're like giving overall impressions here on the Horror Show. Overall impressions as far as like, you guys know I am so much of a fanger, you know? I love my vampire movies. This one didn't do it for me, but I didn't dislike it. It was just very much kind of a situation where, okay, hey, I know what you're working with, I know what you are aspiring towards, and I'm gonna be kind of respectful in said regard. And yeah, you can see that I'm being a little mismanaging and just not as into it. It was good enough. I was about to say it was good, and then like I kind of reverted back. It was good enough. It was very much performance-wise about both of these two actors. And you know, Noah I've seen in so many different things. Okay, I have to just double check on his thing. He's been in both of the Scare Package films, and he was in like Pale Door, and he is a hallmark of just the resurgence of you know, just low budget horror that you know, RLJE and, you know, Shudder and all these different peeps are putting out, and this is available exclusively on Shudder. This one just was lacking a little bit of something. I feel like it was relying a little bit too much on the comedic sense of things, which didn't do it any favors necessarily, because there's no carnage really of any kind, which is fine. You know, if you're gonna have very prolific and funny comedic work, that makes sense and it's okay. But unfortunately, that didn't really hit the way that it needed to either. And so it, you know, it's a mismatched, like, sort of bag and sort of situation. I did like them together, though. They were funny, you know, where she is very much, like, you know, into the acting. The actress is, like, giving dad lots of shit, which is endearing and sort of funny and stuff. But it's, like, especially when they try to settle down in the second act, and she's like, you're going to be a real father to me. and we're gonna like halfway this, and you're gonna go to PTA meetings and like all this different stuff. It just didn't hit very well. I mean, it was okay, but you know, it's hey, what else are you gonna say, man? You know, when you're trying to be, you know, kind with your criticism and stuff, and yeah, but hey, it was still fun with some of the instances between the two of them. On screen, they were cute. It was cute. It was fun. It was really more so, I think, like the storytelling and the scenario sort of situation where this film started to kind of lose a little bit of its grasp about just, you know, yeah, being entertaining, really. So, effects, big time, not so much. That it doesn't go for the gore. It's very subdued, almost to the degree where I feel like it could have been a PG-13, but because there's, you know, some like F-bombs and whatever, not going to transpire. So whatever, what are you gonna, you know, hang your hat on with regards to that? But yeah, that's really about the extent of what I have to say for the January poll here on the horror show, peeps. Yeah, I dug this movie. Okay, I'm once again not saying, but I'm a lot more forgiving. I'm a lot kinder to stuff that I feel like is not just like knock your ass in the dirt bad, or just, you know, feel every aspect of the awesomeness great. So yeah, this is very middle of the road. Available on Shudder, you know, it's streamable there. $4.99, I think, is what they're still charging as the going price. But yeah, man, I don't know. Could have been better. That's one of my biggest things, and that's where, like, when you see missed opportunity, that's where, as a film fan, as a aficionado, as a lover in said regard, that's where you get kind of bummed out. When you see that a film could have kicked ass in comparison with just being, yeah, it was good, you know? Yeah. You see my nonchalance. Anyway, I've been Fuego, y'all been Rad Status, and thanks so very much. The liking, the sharing, the subscribing. It means a lot, man. Make sure to check out the TikTok, which is where Cecil is doing an awesome extent of comic book reviews. If you guys like stuff that is of the just lesser breadth, like a shorter sort of presentation, that is your go-to shop for that. And yeah, I've been Fuego, y'all been Rad Status, and until next time, Fred fans, remember, stay scout.